Hip bump sweep or sit up rollover sweep. The setup is really important because a lot of time that we go for this, if I haven't primed my partner, I don't get as much success. So right hand, left hand, pull, my partner starts to get a really good posture. So from here, that means that he has to have a frame system. So my top hand comes out and I grab the bottom. Okay. The part that I see people have issues with is the ability to sit up from here. And it's generally because Rob's hands on my hips. So I'm trying to raise my hips, but his weight's on them. So I do a small thing, and what I do is I'll put my hamstring as tight as I can onto, and I just change. So the frame system changes. And this is kind of one of the precursors that I see. He can't grab my arm easy because I've got control of the sleeve as well. So it kind of sets a couple of things up into my favor. Second thing about it is that we're not coming forwards. We throw our hand backwards as far as we can to create space. That's really important again. From your elbow to your hand, make sure your fingers are facing away from you so your frame system is a solid frame system. What I mean by that is I see people put their hands, fingers facing forwards, but this once again is a really hard ability to sit up, where if I go hand away, this is a really easy system. Once we're here, pull the hand from here across to my far shoulder, right, and I'm up nice and high, kick my left leg over my partner. Two choices, consolidate the mount or re-switch and take the armbar. If you're in a points game and you need to accumulate points, it's early in the game and you possibly don't want to risk losing, I would get the mount position, so I'll take the sweep mount, get my 6 points, cook them, and then armbar. If it's the later on in the bout where I'm winning or I'm really losing and I need the sub, I'll go for the armbar instead. Okay, so again, full guard. The small details, full guard, grip, tension. He posts up on my hip, cross grip. The part of the detail that makes it important, kick my leg, hamstring off to the side, backstroke, up, here, pull the hand to my far shoulder, right, kick it over, mount, 1, 2, 3, armbar. So, if you want to cook them onto the mount position, you can still cook them onto the mount position, but we need to get to mount, so really important. Okay, 1, 2, 3, guys. Okay. Come on this side, we're going to get to see a bit better. It's the same deal again. What I'm doing is, I'm just going to go through, if I can get my hand into choke position, I'll change this to a cross collar choke, but a lot of time my partner has good posture, so it's not quite in the choke position. Does that kind of make sense? So same deal again, I get my grips, but this time instead of getting a cross grip, my left hand's quite high and my right hand's on the sleeve. We're going to work exactly the same mechanics. So my right hamstring kicks my partner. I stiff arm with my left arm. So stiff arm means that I'm going to try and kick my arm as straight as possible. I'm going to do exactly the same mechanic as I've done before. Stiff arm, swing backwards. Now, this is the hardest part. Hand and leg. Pull my elbow to my knee, pull my elbow to my knee, whip the back of the head. The part that makes this work really well is Ian can roll now. So what I try and do is I try and put his head on my belt and squeeze to get to the choke. Right. So what I find is if I'm doing the lasso choke from here, there's nothing to stop Ian from dropping his left shoulder down rod. But I'll still get the sweep, I'll get to knee right, and I'll still put my hand in the collar. But if I put his head in the basket, if Ian rolls, the choke will still come on. So I do want to kind of get as tight as I can, as fast as I can on the choke. I'm being super nice. I would normally sprawl as hard as I can onto the top of the head as well on this choke. So I'm going to loosen this off Ian. Yep. So I normally go here and I just sprawl and kind of get the choke down right. So it's quite a nasty choke. Because they need their hands to post so they don't face plant, it kind of gives me a really nice clean access to the neck as well. And again, you okay with that, Ian? Yeah. Okay. So a lasso choke, right? Like, because I'm lassoing the head. Same grips again, guys. So the difference is I'll go kick it, right hamstring, yes, you can. Stiff arm.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
1, 2, stiff arm, post, up, the front position, not the side, Put my elbow to my knee. 1, 2, here. Sprawl. And choke. Zane, would you like to feel it one more time? No? Good answer. Okay, would anyone like to see it one more time? Yeah, okay. Sorry, the crowd has spoken. You're going to move them back just a fraction. Good job, stay there. Not too high, not too low, just right. Right hamstring, kick it, yes you can. Come up, stiff arm, keep the distance. Elbow, hand, come back. Left elbow to my knee. Lasso, so like cup. Tip your toes, sprawl, squeeze. 1, 2, 3.
Were you gripping the other side of his collar with that? No.
My ex going to give it to you.
Would you ever come off?
Typically, this is a really reaction, specifically if they've been grappling for a while, and you know anyone that feels a choke coming on, because I can't hand fight because they're posted, they're generally going to body roll out of it. It's the same deal again. Just the small motion that I'm seeing is I need to move my hips offside. So what I'm seeing is some of you're stiff arming, but you're still center line. This makes it really hard to get up. So I'm like almost making my partner. So see how he's not holding my leg anymore? Because what will happen is if he's got a hold of my leg and I try and come up from here, I can't get up because he's got a hold of my leg. So what I find that even if Ian has hold of my leg, now this makes it free, right? So now punch him in the chest, hand goes backwards, come up, retract my leg, boom. He feels the choke, so he has to shoulder roll, go to knee on belly, hand comes over and just finish you.
Choke anyway.
Extra. Because I have the hand in the collar, I have half a choke. And I don't particularly care whether I'm going to finish you from on your knees or on your knees or off knee ride or mount, whatever like that. The beautiful thing about it is I'm taking the sweep, I'm taking the knee ride, I'm taking the top position, and I'm still attacking. So small details once again is from here, make sure that guys when you kick it, that you're kicking off side. Really important. If I feel my partner has a really good distance measurement, I put my foot on the hip. And I go kick, which would by default make my arm go stiff. Backstroke, here, come up, whip it, boom, returns, straight to knee right. Hand goes deep. For me, when I'm doing this choke, I don't come this side here, I come over so I can pull the head into the choke. Right, so sometimes when I'm going here, the choke, there's a lot of space for Ian to move his, where if I kind of come over and I drag the jawline, the choke's going to come on a lot faster than me trying to push the choke on. Secondly, I know it's hurting his jaw. Thirdly, I enjoy doing that to people. 1, 2, 3, go. Same deal again, grips from here, go. Foot on hip if you want to, doesn't make any difference, or hamstring, but make sure your hips are offline. Right, so make sure your hips are offline, okay, from here. Same deal again is that I kick away or I move, so stiff arm from here, elbow goes backwards to try and move as far away as I can, come up from here. What I'm going to do is just drag the head. And I do want to see, can I spin you around a little bit? I do want to try and get the what we call knee penetration. And this is something that was really unique. When I got shown this, I was like, that's cool. So what I find is people try and step this leg over to catch the crucifix. Where if I slide under, this is a much easier mechanic to catch it. So if your arm's back here, so every time that I bring so it allows my partner to grab, and my knees in a, like a really bad position, where if I can just go like slide and kick, this is a really cool mechanic. I can now trap it. What you don't see is this. Slowly roll both knees to the ceiling. It's a shoulder crank, he has to go. Right, because it's a Kimura with my legs. They have to go. Technically, you guys can't do this because this is an omoplata. Technically, you can't. Most referees in perfect shit. so you probably get away with it. I'm serious, man. Like some are really good, but most referees wouldn't understand that, or you would just hit on the buzzer, so you get away with it. Ian, come here. Okay, how's your shoulders feeling? Good? Okay, let's see if we can loosen them up. So from here, once again, foot or hamstring, I do prefer the foot. Okay, kick it, yes you can, come back, long range, here, and I create a valley, put my partner into valley from here. So I want to make sure my knee is on the inside, put all my weight on my partner, okay, kick my leg, hook it, okay. Put my bottom on the ground, turn my knee to the ceiling. Step over, big arm bar, put the arm bar, that's right. Put the choke on, right. I'm not in a really good choke position because his weight's on top of me. So, feet, hips, pull. So I drop him so that there's more, I've got more leverage. Here, I find here, I don't quite get the tension. So what I see, people hip escape, but if I hip escape, it makes it easier for him to start to move his arm out. So if I go feet, put the tension on the shoulder, and then move my hips, and then I don't feel. Yep. Okay, jump up. One more time. Yeah, I did a variation of this yesterday. Okay. So in the position, right, wrestle up. So what I'm doing is I'm creating space in here. And you choose however you want to kill him.
I don't think I was supposed to fall over.
I made it because I took your arm back the opposite way.
Can you show us that again?
Yeah, so the only difference, I just move you back a fraction, 2, 1, 2. So it's exactly the same thing, right? So create the valley, pull him in, hook. Right, this time is I'm taking the arm down. So last time I sat backwards. So this time I take the arm down. And this gives me an awesome lock. He can't stop my hand from coming through. You can actually feed you the power with so many of you. So as I come here, I'm going to go slow. As I drop my knees, the arms caught behind his back. So I can get the finish here, but I like to double it up. So you've got the Kimura, arm bar and choke. Which way do you want to die?
Well, the only one that's really going to make me die is this man.
I break your arm off and beat you with it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, let's go. So my guard again, and the guard again. Okay, so same deal again, guys. Control, kick it, yes you can, or hamstring kick, whatever you want to do. This would just be how much distance you can gauge, okay? So back, kick, make sure stiff arm from here. And this time what I'm doing is I kick the stiff arm, and what I'm doing is this elbow, change. So I'm underneath my partner. Outside, and if you think about it this way, it's this. All I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly walk around, so I step up and walk around the back. Right. So a lot of time that I see here, people try to knee tap, which is nothing wrong with a knee tap. Who doesn't know what a knee tap is? So a knee tap is when we're here and I tap the knee. Yeah, so a knee tap.
So I thought you were going to do.
Try back up. The issue is I'll fall to his guard. Potential fall to his guard. So, like I'm in the wrestling position, and if I tap, if Ian opens up his right knee, I'm going to end up kind of, and my arm's exposed. Does that kind of make sense? Where, come over here. So if I'm in the wrestling position, contact, right? If I kind of go like this, if I go post wide, big step. And now, I'm in exactly the same kind of position I was before, but I'm on the hips. So Ian can't fade to guard because I've got the hip line. Secondly, I can come over, I can roll. You know, I've got so many options from here. So back onto your knees. So with the no gi, it was pretty much punch. Okay. Because he can't grab my gi, so that's what I'm saying. So come up, knees to the ground, shoot, here, step. Switch to the back, come over. The grip onto the shoulder, please. It's too much of a lasso. Close the lasso up. And believe it or not, you can get the choke from here as well. So it's a nice little tight little choke.
And the vulnerability for the neck you mentioned is in the shoot, in the transition to the back.
If I do this properly, it's hard for him to get the whizzer, right? But it'll be, once I kind of come to here, if Ian, right, so he can't get a proper whizzer on me. But if Ian can kind of shuck his shoulder to the ground, no, like shuck it, just throw your, other shoulder, to go, so I can't step up and around. So I'm kind of caught in that position as well. So for me, when I'm here, push, come up. So what I try to do is I try and go, I'm on that like it's my hip, and I'm here. There's a couple of variations where they come up, but I just like to big step. Yeah, and I can knee tap on the inside now. Yeah. I do like to come over, and then it doesn't matter which way he rolls, because you can't roll that way because my steps there. So you can only roll one way. Puts me where I want to be. Let's have a quick shot of that, guys. 1, 2, 3. Just basic wrestle up.